time is 8:45 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by Tilani Pires. The Public Utilities Commission says more than 95% people engaged in the electrical-related professions have no recognized qualifications. A warning issued on rectifying teachers' and principals' salary issues without protecting the national salary policy. The Department of Immigration instructs the public to follow the online booking facilities to receive their passports. Provincial schools is to be reopened on the 21st of October. The registration of electors' amendment bill is to be presented in Parliament on the 6th of October. And on international news, Japan's Princess Mako abandons tradition and overcomes controversy to marry her university sweetheart. More than 95% people engaged in the electrical-related professions in the country do not have recognized qualifications. Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka, PUCSL Chairman Janaka Ratnayaka says there are about 45,000 people engaged in the profession without proper qualifications. He said due to the reason they cannot move forward in their respective profession. The PUCSL has launched a program to provide free NVQ3 to all electricians as a solution to all these shortcomings. Commenting on the launching of the second phase of awarding free National Vocational Qualification Level 3 NVQ3 program for electricians, he said there is also a threat to electrical safety of households due to the issue. The PUCSL launched this program in March last year, and more than 2,000 electricians have obtained NVQ3 under this program and qualified for the electrician's license already. The PUCSL have scheduled to offer NVQ3 qualification for 1,500 electricians this month, and the third phase of the program will begin in November this year. Health authorities have requested the government not to allow improper meetings when the COVID has been controlled with the opening of the country. Teachers and principals unions are getting ready to conduct protests from tomorrow. Doctors have also opposed the proposed trade union action by a group of teachers. During a media briefing in Colombo today, Minister S.M. Chandrasena pointed out that the number of COVID patients and deaths increased due to the protests by the teachers. The applicants are instructed to follow the online booking facilities to receive their passports. The Department of Immigration and Immigration said passports are issued to a limited number of applicants following all health guidelines. It also advised the applicants who need urgent requirements to visit the office nearest to their place of residence. Issuing passports under one-day and normal service will be accepted at the Batramulla head office only. Passport applications should be submitted between 8:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. and requested to contact the department through 0707 101 060 or 0707 101 070 for more details. In addition to the above normal service passports will be issued from some of its regional offices, the department said. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
Provincial governors have decided to reopen some schools on the 21st of October. The governors have decided to reopen the primary section of schools with less than 200 students. The Education Ministry decided last month to reopen schools in 4 stages after the quarantine curfew was lifted. The Education Ministry says that 3,884 schools in Sri Lanka will resume in the first stage accordingly. The decision to commence classes for children below 12 years of age in the first stage was taken as they are not being vaccinated. Sri Lanka has already commenced a program to vaccinate children above the age of 12. The Parliamentary Select Committee, PSC, chaired by the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, agreed on presenting the registration of Electors' Amendment Bill to Parliament on the 6th of October. It was decided today at the meeting under the leadership of Minister of Highways and the Chief Government Whip, Johnston Fernando, today. In particular, under the registration of electors, Act number 44 of 1980 voters are registered on the first day of June of each year at the age of 18 years. However, young people who have their birthdays after the said date will have the right to vote in the elections to be held after May 31st next year. Therefore, this amendment is being made to give the opportunity to those who have attained the age of 18 years in order to cast their votes expeditiously. The extraordinary Gazette notification on this regard was issued on the 13th of March 2021. Accordingly, this amendment bill is due to be presented in Parliament on the 6th. Minister Professor G.L. Peiris and M.U.M. Ali Sabri, the Chief Opposition Whip, Member of Parliament, Lakshman Kiryala, attended this meeting. The validity period of visas for foreigners in Sri Lanka has been extended for 30 days. The Department of Immigration and Immigration said the validity period of visas of all categories which are obtained by foreigners staying in Sri Lanka at present has been extended for 30 days from 7th of October 2021 up to 6th of November 2021. As a result, only visa charges related to the aforesaid period will be levied for valid visas which expire during the period from 11th May 2021 to 6th of November. The extension of the period of visas up to 6th November 2021 is also applicable to all valid residence visa holders. The Department of Immigration and Immigration also said that even though the validity period of visas has been extended due to travel restrictions. That is local news for now.
Just as love and freedom are important to a child, so too is knowledge. Encouraging their pursuit of knowledge is our most important responsibility as parents.
Sri Lanka Insurance Minimuthu education plans ensure a secure future for your child with a higher education fund, comprehensive protection and a range of additional covers. Minimuthu education plans for children who dare to dream. Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
The applicants are instructed to follow the online booking facilities to receive their passports. The Department of Immigration and Immigration said passports are issued to a limited number of applicants following all health guidelines. It also advised the applicants who need urgent requirements to visit the office nearest to their place of residence. Issuing passports under one-day and normal service will be accepted at the Battaramulla head office only. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight.
The Health Ministry is compelled to pay a special attention on the post-COVID symptoms and discuss the matter in depth. The Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunawardena, says it was imperative to have a broad forum on the matter with relevant experts. He said the matter will be taken up at the technical committee meeting, which is to be convened tomorrow. However, he requested people to immediately seek medical advice if they are diagnosed with abnormal symptoms after once recovered from COVID. A new study initiated by the University of Oxford underlined 9 long COVID symptoms could emerge from 90 to 180 days after COVID-19 was first diagnosed. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News.
The world news headlines first. French church abused 216,000 children were victims of clergy inquiry. Nobel Prize in Physics awarded to scientists who warned the world of climate change. Japan's Princess Mako abandons tradition and overcomes controversy to marry university sweetheart. A damning new inquiry has found that some 216,000 children have been sexually abused by the clergy in the French Catholic Church since 1950. The head of the inquiry said there were at least 2,900 to 3,200 abusers and accused the church of showing a cruel indifference towards the victims. A Vatican statement said Pope Francis felt pain on hearing about the inquiry finding. One of those abused said it was time the church reassessed its actions. The inquiry found the number of children abused in France could rise to 330,000 when taking into account abuses committed by lay members of the church, such as teachers at Catholic schools. The Nobel Prize in Physics has been awarded to scientists Sukuro Manambe, Klaus Haasmann and Yo-Yo Parisi for their work over the past 60 years predicting climate change and decoded complex physical systems. Manambe 90 and Hasselmann 89 were jointly honored for physical modeling of Earth's climate, quantifying variability and reliability predicting global warming, according to the news release from the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. Both men carried out pioneering work in the 1960s and 70s that sounded an early alarm on human-made climate change. Emperor Naruhito's niece, Princess Mako, is set to leave the imperial family and Japan as she marries the ponytailed lawyer who captured her heart. There will be no lavish ceremony for Princess Mako and Komuro Ki, whose relationship has weathered years of controversy over his suitability. The date has been set for October 26th, which is when the required documents will be handed over at a government office. Komuro is 30 years old and Princess Mako will turn 30 this month. They have been separated for 3 years after postponing their wedding plans over a financial squabble involving the groom's mother. Back to the world news headlines. French church abuse. 216,000 children were victims of clergy inquiry. Nobel Prize in Physics awarded to scientists whose work warned the world of climate change. Japan's Princess Mako abandons tradition and overcomes controversy to marry university sweetheart. That ends World News.
And now in development news.
Moving on with development news, the World Bank has decided to provide $500 million to develop roads connecting villages and towns. Minister Johnston Fernando said that government hopes to use the funds to develop about 3,000 kilometers of roads covered in the entire country. Centers to collect agricultural crops and storage facilities will also be constructed in rural areas under the project. That was development news.
Sports news.
Moving on with sports news and motorsport. First, Bubba Wallace said becoming the first black driver in 58 years to win a race in NASCAR's Premier Series brought a lot of emotion. Wallace took his first NASCAR Cup Series win at Talladega Super Speedway on Monday after rain cut the race short, with the 27-year-old in the lead. The last black driver to do so was Wendell Scott in 1963. Lewis Hamilton is launching a scheme that aims to boost the recruitment of black teachers in science, technology and math subjects. The project arises from the Hamilton Commission report addressing the lack of diversity in UK motorsport. Hamilton said the scheme focuses on identifying the best way to attract black talent to STEM technical roles. Football, a joint statement for UEFA and 10 of Europe's women's leagues said staging a men's World Cup every 2 years would be profound, detrimental and fundamentally altered the course and development of the women's game. Co-signed by England's Women's Super League, the statement lays out possible negative impacts of FIFA's plans. It says careful reflection is needed after a very selective consultation. That ends sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U-Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The People's Bank has been rewarded as the most responsive bank against COVID-19 at Trade and Supply Finance Program Awards 2021. The award ceremony recognized the main partner banks of the Asian Development Bank. The award has been presented to the People's Bank for the transactions made to import essential medicine and medical equipment when the pandemic was acute. That was business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 co-sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news. Courtesy of
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
And on economic news, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka co-hosted the CBSL ADBI APAEA online macroeconomics conference for the second consecutive year in collaboration with the Asian Development Bank Institute and the Asian Pacific Applied Economics Association. This year's theme was Emerging Issues for Macroeconomic Stability. Inaugurating the conference, Governor of the Central Bank, Ajit Niwad Cabral, emphasized the importance of research for evidence-based decision-making, particularly in the midst of volatile economic and financial market conditions experienced globally at present. Dean and the Chief Executive Officer of ADBI, Professor Tetushi Sonob, delivered the opening remarks underscoring the need to broaden policy-oriented and collaborative research. That came to you in economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report.
Finally, the weather report. The Department of Meteorology forecast heavy rain will be experienced in the southwestern parts of the country in the next few days. It said showers in the western, Sabragamua, central, northwestern, southern and northern provinces with heavy showers above 100 millimeters is expected. Showers more than 75 millimeters are expected in some areas, according to the forecast. The wind could gather speed up to 50 kilometers per hour over the island, and henceforth the general public is advised to take adequate precautions to safeguard themselves from thunderstorms, gale and lightning, the department said. It is also reported around 322 people from 106 families have been affected so far in the Sabragamua and central provinces due to these extreme weather conditions. That was the weather report. And now to in this news broadcast, the main points once again. The Public Utilities Commission says more than 95% people engaged in the electrical-related professions have no recognized qualifications. A warning issued on rectifying teachers' and principals' salary issues without protecting the national salary policy. The Department of Immigration instructs the public to follow the online booking facilities to receive their passports. Provincial schools is to be reopened on the 21st of October. The registration of Electors' Amendment Bill is to be presented in Parliament on the 6th of October. And on international news, Japan's Princess Mako abandons tradition and overcomes controversy to marry her university sweetheart. That ends its news broadcast.